All right, welcome to the program. It's time for us to look at the compelling stories making the rounds in Africa's biggest black nation, Nigeria. And also we'll be looking at the African continent. That's how I make you welcome to today's edition of the program, The Desk on Global Television. My name is Anthony Momodu. We'll be looking at a very interesting talking point across three very salient issues. One of them definitely will be the election of Mahatma Dabi as the president of the Republic of Chad, a neighboring country right here. The president of Nigeria, Ahmed Bola Tinubu, has already sent congratulatory messages to the president-elect of Chad Republic, asking him to continue the peaceful collaboration between Nigeria and Chad in the areas of security, power, and economic reforms as the two nations forge common fronts in the fight against insurgency. We'll also be looking at the rivers crisis that's still brewing. As over the weekend, we had the FCT Minister, Wilson Wike, calling on his 27 lawmakers in the state to keep on the fight, saying no one can kick them out of office. Does the implication mean that even the Constitution of Nigeria can't kick these 27 lawmakers out of office? And so Wike says they would continue to aggravate the government of Sim Fubara so that they would, as a matter of interest to him, continue to make mistakes, according to Wilson Wike. So it means the conflict or the crisis and chaos in Rivers State is not going to end anytime soon. So we'll be looking at that very interesting talking point. We also will be putting our searchlight on the biggest news in Nigeria as of today, the fact that the Nigerian Labour Congress and the Trade Union Congress, both trade union groups, did picket the headquarters of the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission today in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, and also across the 36 states of the Federation, we report saying the protest was peaceful and technically successful, according to labor activists. So we'll be looking at these three key issues and other talking points along the line as we look at issues making the rounds. We'll be joined via Zoom by labor chieftains in the person of Honorable Comrade Uchenna Ikwe, who is the head of international relations, will join us via Zoom. And also we have Lugard Okonobo, who is a public affairs analyst, to get his view as regards what played out across the 36 states of the Federation. That will be after this very quick break when we have our guests join us via Zoom. Stay with us. All right, welcome back. It's now time for us to hit the discuss button. First of all, let me welcome Honorable Comrade Uchenna Ikwe. Thank you for joining us on the desk. Comrade Uchenna Ikwe, thank you for joining us on the desk.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, and I also want to say thank you to Lugard Okonobo, Public Affairs Analyst. Thank you for joining us on the program.
Yeah, Mr. Anthony Momodu, thank you very much for having me on.
All right, let's begin the discourse from the home front before we get to Niger Republic and talk about the President-elect of Chad Republic, Mahatma Dabi. Let's begin from the picketing of the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission headquarters in Abuja and across the 36 states of the Federation. Comrade Uchenna, how would you describe today's protest by the Nigerian Labour Congress and the TUC? Would you say it was a successful outing?
Yeah, well, yeah, from the point of view of our doing our own duty, of expressing our dismay and rejection of the increase which we consider as insensitive and a punishment to the ordinary people who are already under enormous pressure and hardship, which led to our rejection because this is from the point of view of some people's participation and their food supply. But we call it a success when they revert back to the old billing system.
All right, let's look at the response of the NEC chairman in the person of Sanusi Garba. Would you say his response was assuring? He came out to say the commission was going to look at all the concerns raised by Joe Ajere and his members.
I didn't get that.
Would you say, how would you judge the response from the commission's chairman in the person of Sanusi Garba, who came out to, after much persuasions, before grudgingly coming out to address the workers, Nigerian workers, saying that their concerns will be looked into? Are you convinced the commission would do the needful?
Yeah, we are a bit bothered. If you see the reaction of the workers at that point, was a reaction of rejection of what he said, because people find it difficult to believe such promises anymore because of the bad faith people in position have shown in the past, where their words cannot be taken to the bank.
Okay, for Labour, what do you think Labour would want to do the next step if there's no form of any sign of any reversal coming anytime soon? What would be Labour's next line of action?
Well, first, we have given the position, we have told him, made our demand clear. Normally, we expect him to communicate to the other people, and we expect a response within the next 7 days.
Okay, in terms of a response, do you expect a total reversal or a more reduction if the government decides to give more reductions rather than a total reversal? Would that be good enough?
We're asking for a reversal.
All right. As someone, as the head of international relations for the NLC, how would you, gauge Nigeria's power sector and what the government is doing in regards to other climes like South Africa, especially in terms of generation of power?
Yeah, we have a full documentation. We have made our position. The South African example is not even the classic for me in Africa. It's actually the Ethiopian example, where today Ethiopia, through a collaboration with even the trade unions and the working people, expanded their electricity generation to the point that now Ethiopia sells power to Djibouti, Sudan, and Kenya.
Okay, from what you've said, what lessons do you think the NEC can draw from what Ethiopia is doing? And also, what other labor laws would you say is being infringed by NEC? The fact that labor is not carried along every time a decision is to be made as regards the increase of tariff?
Yeah, it is actually a shame that our people seems to put deaf ear and are not ready to listen to any other suggestion of fertilization of ideas, which is because there's a predetermined decision to hand over these companies to individuals. This we have said time without number, among who lack total technical capacities and even the financial capacity. Vis-a-vis why they needed support from the bank and could let the bank take over these a good number of the discourse, and the bank does not have the technical ability or capacity to improve on power generation, which is the issue.
Okay, let's look at being the head of the international relations. Are there ways you can engineer any foreign kind of, pressure on NEC to, as a matter of urgency, reverse this decision, or the Nigerian government? Are there ways you can, call the support of the International Labour Organization to put pressure on the Nigerian government to reverse this inimical tariff hike?
No. We don't need International Labour Organization. It's left for Nigerians to say we can live with this. If the Nigerians are convinced they can't live with this further increase, Nigerians should stand up and we insist they reverse it. Those are how countries run.
Okay, before we let you go, let's look at, in terms of labor now, in the previous protests we had, the rally, there was a sign of division between the Trade Union Congress and the NLC. Can we safely say both unions are on this together? We're not going to see the TUC somewhere along the line decide to, pull back.
Yeah, but you were there. You saw that the two centers were all there. That's the critical thing. Everybody's there. And that's what we're dealing with now.
Okay. Labour did offer the NEC a support, saying if they had lost, or if they had lost the ideas on how to, go about carrying activities in the power sector, Labour was going to be able to help out because they had solutions to the issues or the problems facing the Commission. Can you give us an idea what Labour can do to support the Commission in achieving, better power output or getting solutions to the problems?
I just mentioned a while ago. I mentioned a while ago that we have clear documents on each stage on what could be done. We are very clear about that, and we have submitted same to even governments. And that's why we offer, if they want and they are committed, who will be there to revive those positions to details, not speaking as we, in each of the things you see are challenging about the economy, we have detailed alternative plan, which are ready to show how it could be implemented and show examples where it has worked.
Okay, let's just, on the final note before we leave this talking point, can you tell us what the Labour Union and the TUC is likely to do if after 7 days you do not get a favorable response from the Commission and the government?
We are an organization that runs through process. The mandate our organs gave was this protest. If at the end of the time there is no decision, our organs will meet again and take further decisions.
All right, we're going to get back to you in a couple of minutes. So we'll get your take as regards the recent election of Mahatma Dabi as the president of Chad Republic, who we also do supply power to. We'll get your take. Let's join Lugard Okonobo. Thank you for standing by. Let's get your take as regards the protests across the state by the Nigerian Labour Congress. Would you say it's coming at the right time or is belated?
Well, Mr. Anthony Momodu, can you pick my voice?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. My take on the protest is this. It's never belated. If you have followed the trend so far, we've gone through a whole process where the tariff, Nigerians have been bedeviled with a lot of challenges. And now we are having the hike in tariff. I'll tell you what happened to me a month ago where I bought the AEDC meter card just to check. And I noticed that there was already a reduction. And what that tells is that it's already hitting deep into our financial purse. We are already having the challenges of insecurity. We've seen the high cost of food. We've seen the high cost of living. The take-home pay can no longer take workers home, not just workers. And going on protest, I don't think is out of contest. It is even long overdue. But what we should be looking at is to understudy the problem of electricity in Nigeria and how do we begin to move ahead to solve it. This is an hydra-headed problem. It has gone through a lot of issues. We have a total of energy mix, which Nigeria is supposed to be implementing. Up in the north, we have huge volumes of sun, which can be used for solar energy power production. We have hydro, we have some quantities of nuclear elements that can be used to produce electricity. We can also take away the issue of biogas, which can also be used. So we need a total energy mix so that we
Lugard, are you there? All right, I think having some hitches there. Lugard, are you there? Can you hear me?
Sorry, I cut off.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay.
So I think this whole thing is not out of context. It's never belated. All we should begin to look at is how do we solve the problem of the low generation capacity that we have. And we should start implementing a whole lot of energy mix so that the national grid is not overstretched. Because if you look at the protests, it comes